kids, it's Anna here, and I have another special message just for you. This is my mirror. And the other day I was looking at my mirror and I noticed something really interesting. When the mirror was facing me directly, I could see myself. However, if the mirror was turned a little too far to the left or a little too far to the right, it wasn't me that I saw, but other things in the room that I saw instead. Well, in the Bible, there's this story of a man, and his face sort of acted like a mirror. Actually, you've probably heard of him before. His name is Moses. Moses was a man that God used to rescue the Israelites out of slavery in Egypt. After a little while, they eventually reached a mountain called Mount Sinai, and Moses climbed the mountain to the very top. It was there that God met with Moses. Now God spoke to Moses, and Moses spoke to God, and the glory of the Lord was shining all around him. In other words, it was really, really bright. Well, after 40 days and 40 nights, Moses went back down the mountain because God had given him a very special message for the Israelites. As Moses was getting closer, the Israelites became super scared because Moses didn't realize it, but his face was glowing. It was literally glowing because he had been spending so much time with God. Moses said, "Come closer, I have a special message for you." So they did, and they got to hear all about the special commands that God had given them. Now, this story is really crazy and really cool. However, I don't really know anybody whose face glows like Moses' face glowed. However, the Bible does say that Christians are sort of like mirrors. In 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 18, it says, "So all of us who have had that veil removed can see and reflect the glory of the Lord." You see, when you face Jesus, who is the Prince of Peace, you reflect, like a mirror, that peace on the world around you. When you look to Jesus, who is the light of the world, you, like a mirror, reflect that light. And when you face Jesus, who is your rescuer, you reflect joy and hope. Now, our family and friends and neighbors are kind of struggling right now. Many of them are afraid. You might be struggling too. Maybe your family is fighting and it's really hard to find joy. So, where do people find joy? Where do they find peace and hope? Well, they can see it in you. When you look to Jesus and he shines his light on you, you, like a mirror, reflect that light on the world around you. And people take notice. You might hear them saying things like, "How come you're always so happy?" And how can I have peace like that? And you can say, "It's because of Jesus. He has changed me by his love, and he can change you by his love also." So kids, I have a question. What do you want to reflect? Or rather, who do you want to reflect? Do you want to reflect Jesus? If so, don't look to the left and don't look to the right. Instead, look right at Jesus.